chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. You might be alone right now, sitting there by yourself, watching this video. Alright? May not have spoken to your old acquaintances or friends in some time. But the thing is you've got a lot of toxic orbiters. Alright? You'll realize that many people from your past are like orbiters. Okay? They have the same tendencies. I'm not saying that you need to figure out if they're narcissists or not, but they have the same tendencies of the nature of the narcissist, with the obsession, with the spying, and preoccupation with what you're doing. This is what it's constant. They're always preoccupied with what you're doing, with how far you've got ahead, or how low you've sank, or everything like that. And they stay at a distance, but they're orbiting you. Okay? And I believe, right, this is spiritual warfare. You're alone in this against... Some of you are born in dysfunctional family units. If you're blessed with a good family, that's sacred. But you, as you try to navigate through this world, they draw you out. These orbiters, these toxic orbiters. Okay? And this is why I encourage to change your number. Because, that's a portal. Sometimes you've had the same number since you was young. And it's a portal to old connections. They'll phone you. Hi, how you doing? And this is the tendencies. When you're seeing that, you've had this, right? This is similar to Hoovers and things like that. You've had this from friends. You've had this from other toxic individuals. People that you didn't even really like to be in the company of. You've had this experience. Okay, you could have felt trapped in relationships, in friendships, and whatever, right? And you've had these toxic orbiters around you. You have even orbiters that you're not even anything to do with, but they're always watching your thing, or they're always sending follow requests, or they're always doing these things, and you have all of these orbiters around you. Okay, and I believe, as this is a spiritual battle that you're in, these lot are functioning on some low frequency, and because of your light, it just makes them like moths, right? Attracted to the light, and they just preoccupied with you, wondering what you're doing, comparing themselves to you, competing with you, laughing when you're down, celebrating when you're down, envious when you're happy. It's messed up. Okay, and this is the same tendencies that is in the narcissist. All right, I've been in situations where I wanted to escape, right? Like friendships and stuff like that. Narcissist, psychopath, whatever, right? I used to feel trapped, and they were like orbiters. Even after I disconnected and managed to get away, turning up, making connections, right? It's like, I've had old friends try to get in touch with me and stuff like that, and they're all worried, they're all concerned about what you're doing, and they're not rooting for you to win. That's what I'm getting at. This is a battle. There's a lot of enemies out there, so that have smiling faces, and I've sung that song before in a video, so I won't sing it again. But Smiling Faces by Undisputed Truth, if you listen to that song, it's from years ago. It's just that all these smiling faces, but they're like orbiters. You see what I'm saying? So you need to get beyond that radius. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, you need to get beyond that radius. As you navigate through, you get drawn out by these toxic individuals. But I believe, on the exterior of this radius of all these orbiters, and it doesn't mean you necessarily have to travel the world to get there or something. It could be, though, but I'm saying you have to use everything you've learned, maybe from the narcissistic abusive relationships you were in, or the dysfunctional family unit that you were in, or use your experience to not get drawn out by these orbiters. Okay, let me say something, right? This just dawned on me, right? I had a friend, and he said to me, years ago. He said, everyone tries to draw you out. I was like, what do you mean? Didn't know what he meant. I was like, what does that mean? Because like I hadn't seen this old friend in a long time, and he was like, they just want to draw you out. Never got to a resolution about what he meant by it, because I wanted to know what he implied by it, right? But as time's gone on, I've realized that like there are these creatures out there. I don't know what he is, right? But there are these creatures out there that kind of use the chosen one and, want to pass them around. Right? This is getting a bit deep, but not pass them around, but like a narcissist, right? Or very toxic individual. This is what you got to watch out for. Like when you meet someone straight after and stuff, like these narcissists would be happier if you're with someone they know. It wouldn't, like, say in a romantic sense, right? Say you met someone and one of these orbiters you got drawn out, right? But you don't know that orbit is connected with the narcissist. And I made a video about this. I can't remember what I called it, but this does happen. Okay, it's not all the time. I'm not trying to get you paranoid or anything like that, but it can happen, and that's why I'm saying, think differently, choose differently, surround yourself with company of people that build you up. If you're going to surround yourself with company to build you up, to be honest, I've tried to find company that empowers me, that is good and supportive, and I'm not looking for a lot from. I just want truth, realness, and it's difficult to find. Okay, so I adopt the lone wolf strategy until further ado, right? But just these orbiters seem to be surrounding you, you see, and it's just about breaking through to the exterior, where I believe there are good people. You see, you got to think, right? Many of you have chosen to do the solitary route. You're not out there ready to be drawn out. You see what I mean? You're not ready to be drawn out by these individuals. And that's the best approach to take. But you don't need to stay still. You have to use your experience to navigate past them. Okay? When people come your way, be vigilant. Alright? Because there's a lot of old friends, like, I've had old friends from years ago, like, calling me or knocking, and I've changed my number now, so no one can call me. Only a very like handful of people got my number. You see, my phone rings when I get sessions, and I don't do sessions on the phone, but like I've set up an alert because I've opened up 24 hours now. You see, so I get an alert before the sessions. I get an alert basically. Right, I thought to myself, because I was opening up for a period of time, and I thought I'm missing a lot of people time. They're at work, they're at like this. So currently now, as I'm not working in contract work at the moment, because I do contract work, I thought I'd open up for 24 hours for a while, and see how that goes, and work around that, and so I'd much rather have my phone ring and it's speaking to someone who's like yourself, who's authentic, who's real, who can relate, than these fakes and phonies and these orbiters, right? So I never truly got to a resolution of why that friend said people tried to draw you out. But what I take from it is that's what's happened through my life. Okay. People have tried to draw me out. They've seen an opportunity. They're opportunists. They've seen huge benefit and reap of reward. And this is the same for you. It's not necessarily about the material things you have, about the wealth you have. It can be in some cases. You see, you see it all the time with celebrities. It doesn't have to be a celebrity to be wealthy, but I'm just saying they have a lot of hangers on. They have a lot of orbiters around them, draining them. Okay, and this is why you don't want to be around. You just need to be very selective, very, very selective. Okay, be very selective. All right, try to get beyond that radius, and you will find real people, authentic people, genuine people. And until then, lone wolf it all the way. Check out the lone wolf segment. It's very crucial for this spiritual warfare, for the healing, for everything. I've made these segments, but they kind of, you can use them appropriately for which one you need for your situation. So anyway, thank you for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. I'm now available 24 hours across all time zones. Like I said, you can also request custom videos now. All requests are processed in 24 hours. You're welcome to donate or support to the channel if you'd like to. My podcast is now on Spotify. Check out the main channel for more content. All links you need are in the description box below, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.